Noctis again. Because he played Jermanji last week in an online tournament while Strong Style was happening because sadly he couldn't go because of work reasons.
Oh yeah, work isn't always good.
And in that tournament, James made it all the way through winners until he lost to Jermanji, sent to losers, and then the losers, he made it all the way up to losers final to lose to Jermanji again in the mirror match. So, at this point, James is trying to rediscover himself because he knows the mix-ups he wants to do with Yoshi, but he says he didn't know what to do in the neutral game sometimes, and that annoyed him. And with every other character he plays, he feels like he knows the neutral game. So he is trying to bring back the Noctis to try to take care of those matchups, which have annoyed him with Yoshi.
The thing is, neutral's tricky because this is that open space of which you're just like, all right, anything can happen at any moment. You can throw out a button, you counter hit for it because your opponent has this really fast move.
But what it comes down to is that Yoshi's punches are actually the for the most part, unless he's using his sword, and that makes the neutral game a lot more dangerous.
Oh yeah, well even then, like characters like Miguel suffer from gimpy limbs.
Yeah, but then Miguel has super extended fucking launchers that are kind of safe. Alright, here we go. Back to the matchup. Both at low health. Mage drive used. Oh, and gets the demo man.
Round 2.
First round, James.
Fight.
That's sweet. This time gets punished for trying to go for the counter again.
Whiffy. No, Wavu.
1+2, fully committed. Oh, CD1, full launch. Gets trying to go.
Slides in.
Yeah, try to go for a reset there.
Slides in for the DM. Gets kicked out instantly.
All right.
I'm gonna go lift.
Ooh, down back 2, launch punished. See, people, you can't complain. This is what you're supposed to do. That down back 2 is seeable.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Especially offline. Online's a bitch, though. Online, it's one of those things. It's online things like you know you're blocking it, but for some reason it's not happening.
Here's your little fun fact.
You can never tell. Like, you cannot tell me you've never had that instance. You're sitting there going, "I'm blocking,"
yeah,
and it did not, and it still did. You still got hit for it.
Yeah, but most of the time it's because I forget that it's so slow that I try to rip punish it too soon.
That too. That's also a thing.
Block punish it too soon.
That is also a thing.
No. So the thing about that. Ooh, nice job, James, keeping out Jermanji that entire round. So the thing about the down back 2 is that the animation for the down back 2 that Noctis does, there's nothing similar in his moveset to that. If you ever actually look at his elbows, the way he specifically moves his elbows for down back 2, the only time he moves them like that is for down back 2.
Oh yeah. But
so,
the thing that people, but that's not what people are looking for. They're looking for the spear.
Yeah, and that's what you're not supposed to look for.
And that's what ends up screwing people
exactly.
over.
So, lesson of the day for Tekken, if you're playing Noctis and complain about him, look at his elbow, not for his weapons. His weapons are invisible and materialize out of nowhere. That's a bad idea to look for that.
Well, you see, when you see the spear come out, you instantly either think it's either going to be a mid or a low.
Yeah.
Because it's either going to be the spear charge or it's going to be the
yeah, all you need to do is look at his elbows for the motion, because he raises his elbow upwards for the down back 2, he raises his elbow backwards for the forward. And those are the only times he does those elbow movements. Ooh, counter hit. Demo man. Kill.
But see,
James,
that's the thing. No one's
take him game
complaining
1.
about like how unseeable it is. What they're complaining about is they keep getting hit by it, even though.
Yeah. Which is.
That's the issue. It's not that they can't see it. It's just they're getting hit by it.
Yep. Which is, you know, whiny. But anyways. Yeah. Going back to it, James having to stick with Noctis, going to characters like Jermanji. Oh, and I actually made sure of this rule finally for Tekken World Tour because this has confused a lot of people. The rule for Tekken World Tour is you can go back to character select and then pick the same character and then select your stage.
Yeah, you can do that.
Because a lot of people were confused and thought that the technicality was that if you hit character select, you have to hit random stage.
Yeah, you can pick your stage.
As long as you stick to the same character, then yes, you can actually pick your stage afterwards. It comes down to the fact that that is arcade. That's basically arcade style.
Yeah, arcade tradition.
Yeah.
Which is weird considering, like, oh wow, people are still trying to uphold arcade traditions.
Yeah, people do. Some people, Jimmy J calls it playing honorably when you play with no bind buttons.
Yeah.
Alright, here we
I do
go.
my best not to play with blind buttons.
No, I started binding the moment Unreal Engine became that screwed over my 1+2.
Oh yeah, well it's like Steve's down forward 2+3, his Sonic Drive.
Ooh, tries to go for the
You get
reset,
fucked.
doesn't get it. But Jermanji with a nice life lead. Oh, gets a wall spot, and this should kill. Nice.
Finally, gets a point.
No, he's got a few. He started
Ooh,
good.
this
Then
one
got
he's
destroyed.
getting a good start.
Yeah, he got a good start last time too. He had a 2-round lead.
Good low scratch there.
Yeah, that was a good read on trying to do the down back too, which is actually the reason why James originally dropped Noctis for a bit. He discovered, oh, if I just play high level players who can react to down back too, he's super hard to play.
Yeah, he's good at the low to intermediate levels. When you get to the higher levels, it becomes a bit more of a challenge.
Yeah.
Which you don't really run into high level players too much online, which is why it's always a treat to see one. And you want to just stick with them.
Here we go. Forward 2, getting in, putting on the pressure, tries to run 4 forward 3+4, does not get the drop kick. Jermanji instead gets a full launch punish on it.
Wall break.
Goes for it. All right, mix up.
I was hoping to break another wall.
No, sadly Yoshi does not have that much wall carry on his combos. But what he did do there was a specific reset option that sadly won't work on James since the one who taught him that one was James.
However, that will work on James.
Oh yeah, no. Sweeps and windmills work great against anybody.
Oh yeah, no, the windmill is just one of those things I've been catching everybody all day.
It is basically a classic Yoshi setup, bro.
Yeah, you just don't want to get up against Yoshi. Bad.
So you don't, but then you do, because now his CD1 hits grounded. And that's why he's so annoying.
Oh, that's too much of a buff.
Yeah, it was like the most hidden buff that nobody complains about. Here is this ridiculous move that can almost relaunch her and deal massive amounts of damage, and now hits grounded. Oh, and if you're playing as this character and you decide to tech roll, congratulations, you could get like launched by an unblockable low.
Or you get windmilled, or you can get this. It's like, oh no.
Yeah.
What do I do against this guy on Wake Up?
Our joke in the dojo is Yoshimitsu, lack of fundamental tools. We say sarcastically.
I wouldn't say it's a lack of fundamental tools. I would say it's
Just in case, that is a quote
Just
from
an-
Main Man.
just an amazing. Well, I mean, you quote Main Man on anything, someone's gonna raise eyebrows at you.
Oh, I'll totally take that.
Yeah. Like anyone who quotes Main Man, you're just like, look, the guy does some cool combos, but let's be honest. The buffs he asks for or the nerfs he asks for, they're for pretty low level play.
Here we
Which
go.
I mean, it's fairly reasonable, but the problem with buffing for low level
Nice low pressure.
is you're still
Into
buffing
windmill.
the high level.
Nice job, Jermanji.
Got a point?
Yeah.
You got a point.
He low crushed it down back 2. Put him into Oki and then the windmill. Putting himself in 1-1. And forcing a stage select specifically. Not a character switch yet. But I do kind of want to see the mirror match again.
Get ready for the next battle.
Alright, so I find it weird to stage select too because Noctis actually has ridiculously good carry from wall to wall. And he's
Yeah,
one of those
but
few
he can also out-zone, but with his range, he can definitely out-zone. So spacing becomes like
yeah, that actually makes sense.
spacing goes way, like I was saying the same thing earlier when he was
Yeah.
when he was doing his fight against Evil. This is actually a pretty good choice.
Round 1.
Yeah, this is a case of he knows that Yoshi is one of those characters that does actually have a hard time trying to make the comeback. So as long as he can grab a quick lead and then space, he knows that he can play a better dude.
And here we go.
Oh my god,
Now-
a basic grab. You don't see those every day.
But then one of those situations where now Manji has to play catch up and get back.
Yeah,
Which
but
he
Flash,
has definitely an opportunity here.
Flash is always great.
Ah!
Oh,
you
got
hate
up
to
to
see
see.
that happen. But
Predicted the wrong windmill. That's the fun fact about Yoshi. He has 2 windmills. You just have to guess which one he's doing.
doing the normal one, or is he doing the
Doing the
long
wrong
one?
one.
I'm gonna sit back, find out.
Here we go. That's a nice little punisher. Oh, Manji trying to go for the lifesteal grab. And there we go. The float. That's it. All right. So, no low
What was
parry.
that?
So that was just a scenario where Manji does his little pressure like that leaves him back turn, where you have either do regular back turn move, then spin away back turn move, or just do down back to turn back around fast as possible while ducking a high move and get your launch.
Hopefully.
Those are your basic 3 options. And normally what you want to do is catch something that will catch and back turn with any option.
Good.
And if there's somebody who's researched that, it is James. And apparently your answer if you're a Noctis player is to do 1+2.
Yeah, close the distance, catch the back turning, and you're still.
Yeah, and it tracks the spin.
Yeah.
Oh! Counter hit, air launch, but no, not enough health to survive.
Round 4. Fight.
Here we go.
Manji
Manji just
getting
walk
in.
up and windmill. Oh, that's disgusting. Nice punish. Gets the launch. And if Manji wins this round, he deserves it for that. Ooh, slidey. All right, went for the pressure. Gets caught by the low this time.
Manji couldn't have taken that health that he gives up.
All right. Man, James just reading exactly what Manji wanted to do. Oh, drops a combo though. All right, gets a
Take it while
slide,
you
puts
can.
slide equal. Oh, Manji! Oh my
What?
God!
Through the flash!
Oh, my
Went through the
God.
flash! The sword took the flash so he can get in.
The flash just absorbed the sword.
Oh, this is something.
Oh my God! How can you punish with flash if there's nothing to punish there? He was still phased out of existence, was in the flash to punish.
Real talk. Would the animation have gone if he didn't flash?
If he didn't flash,
If he didn't hold it for the flash, would it still count as a counter for the counter rage art? Good job, James.
yeah, nice job with that. So this is a technicality of what's going on with Noctis specifically. Remember that when Noctis does the forward 2, he does actually disappear from the game.
Yeah.
And this is why he can get through the fireballs and
Yeah.
all that fun stuff. So what technically happened is it did trigger the counter, but the counter hit nothing because there was no body to hit it in.
So even if there was, like, regardless of flash counter or not,
This would have been the same result no matter what.
but then what I mean is, like, would it still go through the, what I was thinking was, would there be a glitch where it still triggers the animation? You just see Yoshi zipping back and forth on the screen.
No, because when he does his flash rage art, he doesn't do the flip,
he
the
doesn't
normal
do that.
one. That's the rage. That's the actual rage art.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And if he had done the rage art, he would have won
yeah, that's what
because the
I'm talking
rage art would have been faster to reach Noctis on the other side, or Noctis would have literally teleported to the other side.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to see that now. I want to see how that actually works.
Yeah. My guess is either Yoshi just hits because Noctis doesn't get enough time to do his forward 2 movement because it's actually pretty slow, or
I will say this.
He goes
as much shit as
through
Noctis.
Noctis.
Gets, as much shit as Noctis gets, he does provide some info.
yeah, he does provide an interesting playstyle that's unique to his character that is actually really well balanced in Tekken.
No, man, dude's fucking broken. Down back 2. Fuck that shit.
What are you talking about? Fucking launch punishable. Deal with it, people.
It's fucking, no, it's broken. That shit's broken.
It's like complaining about Negan's down back 2.
You get a hard knockdown. You get a launcher on counter hit.
People
it's
only-
unblockable.
People only complain because for all technicalities,
You
it's a
can't
move that
low
combos into
parry
itself.
it. Didn't catch the sarcasm in my voice.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Look, all I say is people will always complain about any move that can combo itself into itself.
Back 1 can't combo into itself.
Oh, you're talking about Steve?
Yeah, you can't.
No, we complain about back 1 for completely different reasons. All I know is somebody once showed me a video of another Steve player streaming where he was like talking about like why people complain about back 1 and then just wins an entire match only doing back 1.
That was me.
Oh.
That was me.
Damn, I didn't know it was
Like,
the
I
same.
was saying, it's like,
That was him.
and then, while this guy's losing, I'm like, and this guy is not helping my case.
No, he is not.
Like, this guy's just getting back 1 by everything. Like, and this guy, like, no,
Look,
everyone complains about back 1.
If back 1 needs a nerf, it's the same exact nerf Claudius Hopkins got. Which is just make it so back 1 on whiff is actually whiff punishable.
They ain't got nothing else.
It's got so much, dude. Anyways, here we go. Jermanji taking a lead again.
You can, look, his only other counter hit launcher could be viable is down 4-2, right? And you can still launch punish that if he whips it because you have to go to duck stage.
Yeah. The main thing about backfire is you got to remember it's a ridiculously fast, safe counter hit launcher. And again, the complaint comes from they could just throw it out and not be afraid of a whiff punish. If you at least made it so they're afraid of a 12-frame whiff punish, then it's fine.
Oh, but even then, if I'm just sitting down, this is my counter argument. What about all the fucking times I've dealt with people who like whiffed fucking hell sweeps and got pop kicked?
Hell sweep should also be flicked around. I actually do complain. I have the worst hell sweep in the game in my character.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, take for example, Bang. Whiff down back 3 and get wild rising.
Yeah.
Like, I am tired of that shit.
Yeah. That's the thing. Ooh. Nice counter.
Final round.
That's a demo, man. Back up. James putting Jermanji on the ropes. Almost about to take it. But Jermanji, does he declare he ain't dead yet? Oh, doesn't get punished for that. Ooh. Nice sequence of events. Ooh. Counter hit. Into the mix-up. Goes for the low. Ooh. Again. Bound back 2. Spin. Power crush. Oh, went for the slide, but gets flashed. Rage start. Just his kill. Oh, okay. What's the second? Oh, and gets caught.
He actually finished the combo.